A couple months ago, I was invited to go spend some time with my boyfriend and his grandmother, and while we were there, some of her friends were there, and one of them recommended me a book called Trespasses by Lewis Kennedy, and it is about the Troubles in Ireland. So I read it while I was there, so I read it pretty quickly, but I really liked it. It had pretty much everything. It was like historical fiction, so it had a lot of political alliances, intrigue, the kind of everything that was happening during the Troubles. There was an element of it in the book. There were a lot of Gaelic words that were thrown in. There was religious discrimination and practices that were discriminatory, like specific ones that were historically accurate to the time, love and relationships, infidelity. It was written casually and in dialect, so if anyone had an accent, that was represented by the way the words were written. There were barely any quotation marks for dialogue, which was frustrating to me. I don't really like when writers do that in books, because I find it makes it more difficult for me to read since it is a convention. It reminded me of my college fiction writing teacher, who said that everyone will have an affair at least once in their life, as if it was a given. And then also, the only part that bothered me was the design, because there was horrible kerning on the drop caps towards the end of the book. It wasn't at the beginning, it was just towards the end, as if someone got lazy. And it starts on page like 253, so just like a trigger warning for that. I'm not going to call out the designer, but it was a little bit not good. So that's my opinion. I'd also like just to quickly talk about cover design, because I just went to search the cover so that I could put in the book, and there's actually two covers. There's the one that I read the book with, and then there's another version of the cover, and I don't know the situation between the two covers. I don't know why one was chosen over the other, but I would just like to point out that this one is actually more accurate to the time. This one makes it look like some sort of salacious romance novel, which it is, but this one makes it look like it's set in the Troubles, which, if you don't know about Ireland, it was essentially a time of extreme conflict where people were being killed constantly. It's not a lighthearted time period. So it's like, I don't know which one I prefer, because I feel like when I read the book, I was reading it in the guise of it's a salacious romance novel, as opposed to it's a serious, heartbreaking book about a ruined love or something, you know? Like, I feel like these covers have two